talking about who are our heroes. And he asked me, who is one of your heroes? He said, how do you select a hero? I said, for me, it's a person who, through his ingenuity and his energy and his spirit, could help motivate not just himself and not just me, but motivate a people. You know, it's people who transcend and who evolve into something of an inspiration, no matter what it is they do. And sometimes they do things to get to a certain place that not everybody agree to or they might frown on, but sometimes the ends justify, the means justify the ends, you know. And so in the case of this particular person, I see him, he transcended to me because I don't just see him as a rapper. I don't just see him as an artist. I also see him as an activist. I also see him as a motivator. I also see him as being humble enough to allow himself to be open enough to evolve as a man. And so anytime you could be in this business and release a project back in the early 2000s, 2001, and it's now 2017, and you're still at the top of the totem pole, you're still eating like you a king, you still have the ability to create content and put it out there that people want to hear from, that people want to attach themselves to, that's motivating people to be better in themselves, to me, that's a hero. So I have to say this. I want to declare this today on December 11, 2017, that Jeezy is my hero, ladies and gentlemen. My hero.
Yeah, real talk, man.
My hero ain't somebody who's in a suit and tie that went to an Ivy League school necessary and learned about economics and learned about, you know, learned about it through school.
Right.
My heroes are those who came from where I came from and elevated to the point.
Real talk.
Well, this man is Jeezy.
Hey, man, that's love right there, man.
How you doing, man? Jeezy here. Jeezy
hey,
here.
Man, never better. Blessed, highly favored. All of the above, man. Just ready for this new project. Pressure. You know, I'm out here trying to live my best life. You feel me? That's what I'm on right now.
Yo, it's so obvious because Mike Muse, what Mike Muse and I? Mike Muse and I was watching the Bottles Up video. And man, your music has a way of getting me excited.
Right.
So, and I'm looking at it, Mike is like, man, do you think those dudes are really living like that every day?
Hey, man, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I was at Puff House the other night, like yesterday.
Wow, just a casual Sunday.
Damn, that's the first name.
I was at his house like yesterday, and I was talking to him. Yeah, it was yesterday, the day before. But I was talking to him. I was like, yo, man, you know, we was talking in the car, and matter of fact, the video came about us just hanging out. And we just happened to be talking about it, sitting down, eating at his table, and he was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I want to shoot the video. And he's like, I was like trying to set it up for like next week or sometime we come down. He's like, yo, let's shoot it now. These kids right here, they shoot videos. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, all right. So all of a sudden it went from being a conversation to the cameras came out, and we just started shooting right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing thought out. We ain't getting no stylist. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting no storyboard. We ain't getting no treatment. It was more so a real life. And me and him was talking on the way back. By the way, all the cars, you know, they belong to me. So you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
I thought they were Diddy's.
No. That wasn't Diddy's. I'm quite sure he has a few, but those were mine.
Those were yours.
Yeah, those were mine.
Okay. Hey, Jeezy, can you answer it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Okay,
I might
all
be all bad.
On speaker? No.
But we was just talking. I was just like, you know, and he was like, yo, he said something that caught my attention when we was pulling back up to his crib for me to drop him off when we left Live that night. And he was talking to his camera. He was like, yeah, because this is our real life. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, damn, he right.
It's your real life.
And that's what I like about the video. Like, we didn't go into it like, and this is Puff and Jeezy. Like, we ain't go into it like on some, you know what I mean? Like, let's make it look like that was us going to the club. That was us hopping on a boat. That was us going to Little Haiti in the middle of the night and like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just pull up at the store. The man went in there and got all the people Doritos, all these Slim Jim. So imagine that, Jeezy walking the door, you know, and Puff coming behind him. He just grabbing Doritos. And, you know, we just living life. But that's what I like about the video. It's real.
It's so real. Puff jumped up on a counter or something.
He did. He did.
Did he got to get the people money for that? Or?
Nah, man, they loved it. I mean, the whole neighborhood came out. Everybody, you know, we took pictures of everybody, chopped it up. You know, and I kind of frequent that area, so I know a few of the cats over there. But I just feel like that's love. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, we on the way here. Let's stop by there. Let's go in the store. They grab some things, you know what I mean? But the cameras followed us in the store, and that's what we got. You know what I mean?
When I watch, I follow Diddy, I follow you, I
Right.
follow Jay. I like just seeing what everybody's doing. And I swear, man, it just feels like it's a higher state of consciousness going on right now.
I mean, more so than the video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him riding in the back of the back, just chopping it up. I think it's the game that's being, that's being given from each side.
Okay.
I think it's the inspiration of seeing your brother live a certain way, and y'all chopping it up about the next move, the coach, and this is how the power gets. This is how this is how you give that power to somebody, because you're giving them game. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing things that you wouldn't see. Like, this ain't what people that own Fortune 500 companies do with they people.
Yeah.
This is something we doing as brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is something we doing as black men. We chopping it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So more so than the video, which was cool. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna do that Monday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
True. That's real.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was the game that was being chopped up. It was the inspiration we was giving each other. And not only that, you got black men. We drinking our own spirits. And he has his Deleon, and I have my Avion, and we toasting to that, and that's what black excellence is about to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's bigger than that. I'm getting game from him on how hard he promotes his brand. I'm looking like, okay. I watched him go get that bottle and sit it on the counter himself.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? He did that.
He didn't do this. Hey, man, bring me that bottle. Okay.
He went and got it and brought it over there and sat it himself, and I looked, and I was just like, okay, I could dig that. You know what I'm saying? So that means 24 hours a day, 8 days a week, not 7, that his mind is on what he got to do.
Yeah.
Because, we different. Like, I look at Puff, I look at myself. Like, we real live hustlers. Like, I ain't get in the rap game to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I got into it to do something that I can feed my family and put other people on without putting myself in a situation to go to the penitentiary like all the people before me. But that was just one step. So now I'm in a position where now I'm dealing with businessmen that respect my business. I know where I learned my business from.
Yeah.
It wasn't from school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was from the block.
From the block.
Right. It's from the block. So for somebody to respect my hustle, that let me know that I'm in the right direction. And for me to be able to be in a situation with somebody that has done this and made this $1 billion business himself, you know what I'm saying? That's love.
That's
you know
love.
what I'm saying?
That's love. That's why he changed his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
He's out here giving out love. You know what I mean? And by the way, and it's vice versa, because he see a younger cat that's just as ambitious, just as hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just as focused. And it's like, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't on that, I don't want you around me. Like, I gotta preserve. You know what I mean? I got to preserve my energy. I can't let you come around me and drain me and bring all these bad vibes because you ain't on what I'm on. So if you ain't on what I'm on, that's on you. You can't come in my circumference. You know what I'm saying? Because we on that.
You like that, HB? You like that, HB?
Right.
Absolutely, right?
We on that.
Absolutely. Be out.
Right.
Y'all relationship started way back with Boys in the Hood, right?
Correct.
And has gone this far. You mentioned you learned on the street. We talked about this before, but I like to reiterate shit.
Right.
Because we're in the microwave time and era. You can say so.
They forget fast.
They forget fast.
Right.
What's the benefits? What's the can you compare and contrast what you learned as a businessman on the street to what you're learning as a businessman on this corporate level?
I think it ain't what I learned. I think I don't think you can separate the two because it's the same individual.
Same thing. Okay.
But what I learned and what I'm gonna always keep in the back of my head and the back of my mind is my integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll never do anything just because it's something what somebody's telling me to do, or it's for money, or it's like it's if I set a goal, I want to accomplish that, but I'm gonna do it in the most respectful way to myself. I told somebody last night, I was talking to him on the phone, I was like, yo, see, the difference between me and them is I hustle for everything I got, every dollar, every coin, you know what I'm saying, every situation. But even when I was in the streets and I went broke, I never took nothing from nobody. I never shammed nobody. I never tricked nobody out of anything. You know, even though that happened to me a few times, you know what I'm saying? And had to get busy about it.
Yeah.
But that's what taught me the difference, is because your reputation gonna follow you forever. And my reputation is I'm a go-getter.
You go-getter.
I'm a grinder.
Yes.
You can put me in the worst situation in the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie my shoes up. I'm gonna tie my shoes, tighten my belt.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get out here and figure it out. And I ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing. So that's what the streets taught me. So going into business is even easier because this is like, you can't sell me on that. You want me to be a part of your situation, I'm not. You can't pay me a check to promote your product.
Exactly.
We could talk about some ownership. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We can talk about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. You know, I know what I mean to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And being from the struggle, it teaches you to know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, like, you really will go for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids, I tell people all the time, they're like, well, you're not hot. You're not. Like, bro, I ain't getting in this to be hot.
Yeah.
I didn't get in this to be popular. I got in this to be wealthy, nigga. I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's high school shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know the niggas that went to high school with me, how they looking. I'm good. You know, they was, they was on the football team.
Best athlete.
Right. It was all that.
Cutest couple.
Right.
The snowman, nigga.
Right. And that's one thing I'm never gonna do. I'm never gonna be apologetic about being me, because at the end of the day, I can give a fuck about anybody's opinion, what they think, or any of that shit. Because when I went through my hard times, I got locked up, I was in jail, I was going through shit. Them niggas wasn't there.
They weren't there.
Their opinion ain't go. It's just like an Escalade, man. Everybody got one of them motherfuckers. Like, so for me, it's just like, you gonna respect my hustle if you don't respect anything else about me. And you gonna respect the fact that I'm a man. Like, I'm grown, bro. Like, you can't kick that on me. You can't wish nothing bad on me, because at the end of the day, that's how you feel. But that will never become my reality.
There it is, man. Jeezy, baby, you hear this? Tracy, go ahead.
Mad game. Well, I'm wondering, Jeezy, could you share, probably to this day, the best business move that you've made that gave you a lot of lessons, but also maybe the lowest, because no matter what, it's an exchange of lessons.
Well, I think the best thing that ever made, including business, and just to be all the way honest with you, was believing in myself. Because you can make any move, and it's just like, but if you don't believe, it's not really a move. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something you just did. So if you don't believe, you setting yourself up for the next big thing, and it takes time. So you can fail your way to success. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, it's just about the lessons that I learned, not even the business. Because I mean, look, I'm trying to be, humble as I can.
Yeah,
but I've been getting money for a long time, man. let's just be clear, man. Like, no mistake about it. Like, this is what I do, but it's the lessons that I learned that keep me on point.
You wear a T-shirt, trust your process, I believe, in the Bottles Up video. Right. Yeah, is that what that's about?
Yeah, it's what I truly believe. Because anybody that knows me know that outside of what I do, like, my music is really my message. It's me getting gain from being in these rooms and sitting down with these people and bringing it back to my people. Robin Hood, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the problem. Like, we don't share. Like, information is the most valuable resource in the world. We don't share enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Because people are scared to give you game, because you might get up, you might get one up.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, if I can get, they talk about, records. Like, nigga, I ain't in this sell no records, but I can think about how many people I made millionaires just off of my words.
Yes.
Wow. Alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just off of the things that I've said, that people was just like, damn, you know what? I can really do that. He did it.
Yeah.
Because that's what you selling. You selling adversity. Like, you selling the fact that, nah, man, I don't care what happened. As long as you still on your feet, you know what I'm saying? And believe in you, like, you could be great too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and like they say, it's like, it's all about getting on top, because, it's the bottom that's overcrowded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just sit here and you just
Game.
But how do these young men who hang out with, like, what's the guy name with the knit cap on?
Which one?
Right. What's your name, man?
Glasses.
Right.
What? And what's the other? Yeah.
That's Young Malik, right? That's Young and Younger.
Man,
Yeah.
did you hear what he just said?
Oh no, we was in Saks the other day, and he told me, he was like, we was talking about something. He said he wanted to be a millionaire. I'm like, but that's the goal. That's why you're around me. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do that 10 times over, brother. Like, before you're 25, 26, you're gonna be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, and when you do that, you don't need to be in here spending your money on this.
Come on, yo, say that.
Wow.
Like, I'm gonna buy this because I'm gonna write this off. This is for a show, brother. You can believe that.
Gotta be purpose behind it.
Right. This is for, and that's what I told him. I'm just like, bro, you're not in this to, just to hold no camera, man. Like, this is real. Everything that you see is real life. And if you take what you learn, $1 million ain't like my boy Short said, ain't shit to spend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know that that's
I'm nodding, but I'm really like,
right.
well, it depends on who you ask.
Right. but at the end of the day, let's not get it confused. It ain't always about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about setting your goals. If I set my goals that I want to make sure that this happens for one of my family members, or I'm gonna pay my mom's house out by then, I'm gonna do that. Those are real life goals. They have nothing to do with selling records. They have nothing to be being the flyest rapper out here.
Right.
They ain't got nothing to do with no bars. Ain't got nothing to do with no club popping no bottles. Those are my real life goals.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. If I have the time to do anything else in my leisure time, I do it. But just to enjoy myself. But that ain't real life to me.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing that, since I was 14, 15 years old. So when I see these cats come in the game and that's what their objective is and that's what their focus is, I gotta ask myself, like, shit, my nigga, like, I really think you're going backwards if you really want to be honest. But I can't tell you that. If you ask me, I'm going to give you some game. But, at the end of the day, it's just like if somebody came and gave me $1 million back in the day to do something, I wouldn't have took the money. I really got $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got the money, I would have, I would have messed it off like anybody else because at the end of the day, I wouldn't have had the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You look at these football, basketball players, like, they're great at what they do, but, like, being a hustler and being a businessman is a whole nother talent. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna learn that. You ain't gonna learn that. You ain't gonna learn that in the gym.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna learn that on the field. But one thing I pride myself in, and that I thank God every day, like, just to be all the way honest, is I went through everything I went through. I had to learn the hard way, and everything I got it out the mud. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if I got to get my hands dirty, I know how to do that. But that's not the goal. The goal is not to never have to get my hands dirty. And if I got somebody, if Young Malik becomes a millionaire, guess what? He's gonna put himself in a position to bring me a situation that he probably couldn't have got because people respect his business. And now, guess what we doing? We feeding our family, we making money, and we doing what we love, and that's the goal.
That's the goal. Jeezy is here. Young Malik is here.
Right. Oh, his Twitter followers going up.
Oh, Young Malik, baby. Follow that man, Young Malik. Young bottles up on cue. Sway in the morning, straight 4-5.
Smoking fire.
Bottles up, featuring Diddy.
Video out right now, people.
You know
what? Revolt.
What I love about the playlist, like first of all, the pre-order, Pressure is available for pre-order. That's the new album.
Right now, Pressure, the new album drops this Friday coming up. That's 12/15. You can pre-order right now at JeezyShop.com. That's JeezyShop.com. Got merch on there too. And I think if you even get enough merch, you're gonna get the album anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking.
Look at that, everything monetized.
Yeah, you got to do it, man.
That's dope. I was talking to Jeezy while the music was playing, which sounds dope, by the way, and I was telling him, so everybody here, as like a detox and relaxation away from the game, I cook. Like, I just cook and play music and vibe. Right. What do you do when you step away from business sometimes and just relax and fall back?
I just like to get with, just my people, man. Like, my family, my sister, just a couple of my friends that been around. Shout out to my man Boo Rossini right here. We 20 years in. So to me, it's all about balance and humility. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got to have those things because at the end of the day, like this is still business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's no different than working at ICM or being a president of the Fortune 500 companies. Like you have to step away to recharge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just make sure that you good because if you're the head. If you're not on point, the body will follow. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just like, just recharge and get with my people and just making sure that I'm staying connected with my roots because I promised myself that I wouldn't get so vested in this that I wouldn't know who I am anymore. You know what I'm saying? Cause I've seen it happen. Like these niggas be hanging with you, then all of a sudden they got purple hair. You like, damn, nigga, like, what we gonna do? Like, you got nose rings and shit. I'm like, my nigga, like, I can't take you around, the homies like that. Like, I don't know how to go look at me.
I'm responsible for that shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I seen it. I seen people get in this shit and lose their mind. And it's all about because they wasn't who they was when they got into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were still trying to figure out who they are. I know who I am.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna jeopardize that to make some money or to sell any records, because that's equivalent to selling your soul. You know what I'm saying? So if you like looking for, you're just looking to find out who you are. It's like you can try different things, but it's just like that might not fit with somebody who already knows what they got going on and where they're headed in life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's business, but I do other business. So this ain't my end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't sell records away. Oh my God! It's like, nigga, listen. First of all, I own about, you know, I probably, you know, when it comes to real estate, when it comes to real estate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm deep in that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
15, like, 20 buildings. How many buildings?
Almost about 20. You know what I'm saying? Some blocks, a few city blocks. I just got into a water company. Shout out to Defiance Fuel. It's big. It's almost $1 billion company to date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Avion Tequila. I'm also involved with that. And I got a lot of other things that go on, but that's me being able to use my hustling skills to maneuver. So at the end of the day, my legacy ain't gonna be that I was just great with words. Like, you can't box me in like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't gonna be like that's it for him. And just like, you know, and I look at people's career and look at and I seen a lot of people come out of the NBA, but I respect Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
you know, I seen a lot of people do music, but I respect Lionel Richie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I respect these people who had an end goal, and that's what they was working towards. But that's how I'm rocking. I ain't telling you to be on that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not talking down on you because you're not.
Right.
But I'm just telling you that's my mind frame. Like, if you ain't with that, it's cool. You just ain't with me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? My partners will tell you all day. They probably get tired of me. I'm like, yo, we gotta do this. We gotta do that. Like, come on, man. Can we have fun today? I'm like, yeah, later on. But right now, this is real, because people got to be able to understand that when you say the sky's the limit, that's what I mean. Like, nobody couldn't have told me that I was going, you know, that I was standing on the block and I'm gonna be able to make the moves that I can make today, and the people that I can get on the phone and talk to in casual conversation about what I want to do, like the mayors of cities and the presidents of countries and the owners of, you know, CEOs of billion-dollar companies, and it ain't about the money. It's about the game.
The game.
There
you go. There you go, Jeezy. Mike Muse. Hold up. Go ahead. Mike Muse.
But with that being said, Jeezy, you talked a lot about wealth creation, wealth accumulation.
Right.
You talked about all the real estate buildings that you own currently right now.
Right.
You're hanging out on Star Island, Palm Island. I was just there over the weekend, so I understand what that was.
Right. Shameless plug. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I feel you, though. I feel you.
And so when you're in those areas, you can't help but have these type of conversations, right? And those type of boardroom talk and those residences, it kind of shapes you naturally with that.
Right.
How do you then impact that within your music, right? Because people in our community, our neighborhood, they get their source of information from music more than likely, right?
Correct.
So how then do you share that to show them how to do it?
It's no different from, you know, and I don't want to sound crazy, but it's no different from being, you know, a preacher or a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get this information and your talent is to translate it to the people. I was talking to this guy when I was down there. I met his name is Chef. I met him in Miami, just on the whim. Somebody introduced me, like, you should know Chef. And he told me all these stories, but basically he came from here. I mean, he came here from another country at $40. Now he owns over 30 restaurants in every SLS hotel. And he was just telling me these stories about, you know, things. And he said, you know, currently I'm taking up physics. And people act like I'm the greatest instructor in the world when it comes to physics. You know what I'm saying? But and he said, but I give that to being a chef, because I can explain to somebody how to do something in detail in layman's terms, and they get it because I can tell somebody how to cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's his talent, the way he puts his words together so people can understand. So you go back to the recession and all these different things, people probably heard it in passing, but they didn't really know what it meant. You know what I mean? So for me to be able to translate it in my music and not come across like corny or preachy, I think that's, you know, my gift. So I can take the information that I get, and then I can, you know, I can think about it, you know what I'm saying, bottle it up and put it in a package and give it to somebody else, and they can get what they can get out of it. They don't have to get everything, but if they can get enough to keep them going forward, then that's what the whole mess is about. But that's my talent. So by the way, you know, when I was, you know, a kid at the liquor store hanging around, you know what I'm saying, I could talk anybody out of $40 off the rip. You know what I'm saying? That was my gift. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, 2020 hindsight, I look at now, you know what I'm saying, I have a beverage company. But I remember having to chip with my homeboys to get a little fifth of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? But now I send them cases of my stuff. You know what I mean? And in 2020 hindsight is no different from you know, having to sneak outside when the water people leave, and you know how you get that what they call it, the one wrench.
Oh yeah, the monkey wrench.
Not the monkey wrench, the grip pliers.
Grip pliers.
Yeah. Yeah, get the grip pliers, and when they leave, turn the water right back on.
Yeah. You can do that. Yeah.
You know, touch your water.
Same with the gas too.
Right. Turn your water right back on.
Yeah.
But now, you know, I own a water company. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, that's what it translates into. But that's the message. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we came from. This is where we at. You know what I mean? So I can go translate that back to anybody. Because that's what a real hustler would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to talk that talk, and I'm going to talk it fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it sound good. Like, you know, hey, man, you drink this, you can ride like that. You know what I mean? So, but that's what, you know, gets people excited because, you know, just in just coming from, you know, that walk of life, we respected the people that was, you know, that had the talent to go out and get and then help take care of the neighborhood, to take care of people. So that's why we respected the hustlers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they was the ones that was shining. They was the ones that was living. They was the one that was riding. They had the girls, they had the cars, they had the life. And it's just like, you know, that was my vision of success. And as time went on and I started learning things and seeing people, it's like, I mean, these Jewish cats, and you know, they worth all this money and have all this power, but you can look at them, they might wear the same clothes all week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, well, why would I go? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to keep putting my hard-earned money into something to look a part that I already am? Yeah. It's like I'm trying to impress somebody that I don't have to impress. I get it if that's your thing. Like, if you're really into fashion, you really into those type of things, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm into hustling. So I'm going to focus on that.
Proof that, man. Hey, man. Proof of concept.
You know what I'm saying?
POC, proof of concept. We heard what he said, but the proof we've seen a couple of times that he has the ability to communicate to people and get them to do things, get them motivated the same way he is. We saw that when he put together this triumphant of MCs, himself, right, Jay-Z, and Andre 3000.
Right here.
Remember this?
Sway in the morning.
There it is. Let's play that for a second, just for a second. I'm going somewhere with this one, Jeezy. Right. Now Jeezy is constant. Like him and I actually were talking about. You know, I said, man, I believe everything that man says. We were like, you know, some artists, you know, that's obviously it's art. You know, and they just creating personas. I said, no, I believe everything this man says, and even how you explained your ability to communicate. Right. Bringing Andre 3000 and Jay-Z. Bringing them together on a track like that, I don't think it's another person that could have done that.
Right, right.
Think about it. So now what we're looking at in this Pressure album that everybody's talking about is a song called American Dream. Right. With J.Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Right. Who else could have done that? Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
There's nobody else who right now, because the fans been waiting for it and we've seen them go through their ups and downs, and we still never got that that collaborative project. Right. What did you say to him?
I mean, you know, with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely and J. Cole as well. You know, we always had a good rapport, you know what I'm saying? Just off and on here and there. But I definitely respect it, you know, and still do what they do for the culture as far as their generation. Like, you know, Kendrick and Cole talk to the people in a way that they understand, you know, black, white, green, or yellow. You understand? So, and they ain't the cats that you're gonna listen to in the club all day because that ain't what they own. Yeah. You know, their music is timeless. So, and even listening to Kendrick's first album, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I listen to both of their, you know, their bodies of work all the time. And I listened to Kendrick's album the other day, and I was like, it was crazy how he was, you know, he was taking like little pieces of what I said and he put it throughout the album. I just thought that was, you know, just like, you know what I'm saying? That was dope because it was like, you know, like what Jeezy said last time I checked, I was a man on these streets, and he would say like, bumping Jeezy's first album, I was, you know what I mean? Like, so that let me know that my words, you know, touched him in a way too. And even when we had conversations, he's like, yo, man, you know, when I was, you know, getting my hustle on and just trying to really get in this game, you know, like your music was, you know what I'm saying, just vital to that. So when I wrote the song, I was just like, who in this generation talk something that they can stand on? And those were the first two names that came to mind. And I sent it to J. Cole first, and
what J. Cole say?
I mean, he loved the record, and he was like, give me some time. And I didn't even hit him. I gave him some time. You know what I'm saying? And when he sent that verse back, my God.
Did he know Kendrick was going to be on it too?
Nah. And then I hit Kendrick, and then he was in Atlanta on tour, and we just chopped it up. You know, we just kicked it backstage, had a good time, just chopping it up, laughing about old times. And I told him about the record. He was like, "Yo, just send it to me." So I sent it to him, and shout out to Top Dog. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he went in.
He went in.
Yeah. So when they heard the finished product, you know, everybody kind of knew everybody was on the record, and it was like, let's do it. That's it. You know what I mean? But to me, that record is special in so many ways because you got three leaders, if you will, stating their opinions on what they feel like the American dream is. You know what I'm saying? And standing on it. So, and it's jamming. Let's start with that right now.
Okay.
And it's jamming. But I just think it's one of those songs that's gonna be timeless. I mean, if you thought My President, you know, is Black was you know,
that's timeless. That's a classic.
Right. If you felt like that was on time and it had a real message in it, then you can just know that this is on a whole nother level when it comes to that. And you know, My President is Black. Just repeat history again. 2020 hindsight. I put Nas on the record first.
Really?
Right. So Nas was on the record, and right around the time the inauguration came up, me and Hov was like, you know, really running around heavy, and he hopped on the remix. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he hopped on the remix, and the first time I ever heard the verse is when I had a party in D.C. for the inauguration, and he came to hang out, and he did so this is the first time I heard it. You know what I'm saying?
When he performed it?
Right.
Guess who was at that party?
Right.
You know what's
I was at that. Mike Hughes was on Star Island. I was at that party.
That's right.
Shit, I'm going to talk my shit too. I was there.
Right.
Nobody put my black ass.
He was on Star Island, but you was at the party.
I was at the party.
But
fuck Star Island. I was at the party. So I always go back to Star Island.
but
I'm playing Star Island. I'm playing.
Right. But with all that being said, it's just like those are the, those are the type of songs for our culture that's always gonna stand up because it's like ghetto gospel. It means something to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, we're not on there telling you how to be, but this is actual factual. You know what I mean? Like you know, there's some bars on there. It's like when you hear it, you know, you got to take it all in.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot.
I can't wait to hear it, man. Let me get to these phone lines, man. There's some people been on the lines for a minute, man. Let's go to San Diego. Malcolm, what up? Malcolm, what up, man?
Yo, what up, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Chilling, man. Say what up to Jeezy.
Yo, Jeezy, what's up, man?
What up, though?
Nothing too much, man. Yo, real quick, I'm going to get straight to the point. I remember when you first came out back in 2003. I'm from Louisiana. You know anything about the South? We kind of closed-minded to a certain extent. So when they told me that, you know, ATL rapper was out doing his thing, it was good music, I was kind of closed-minded. I was young.
Real talk.
Heard the mixtape. I got hooked.
Real talk.
Got hooked. I was listening to what you was spitting.
Real talk.
Fast forward, got out the Marine Corps, trying to pursue a career in film. Been doing my thing. I'm working 2 jobs, 18-hour days. Today was kind of rough, man.
Hey, Malcolm, it's a live radio broadcast, brother. You got this. As a matter of fact, man, get the Bite album. Pre-order it now, all right? We're going to go to Milwaukee.
That's dope. It was love.
Catch your breath.
Shouts out to Malcolm.
We got Bobby on the line in Milwaukee.
Bobby.
What up, Bobby?
What it do, baby?
What's good, Jeezy?
What's happening? What up, though?
Shit, chilling. I just want to let you know, man, everything you say, I could relate to. It ain't even on just that popular shit, you know, oh, I like Jeezy. He a #1 person out there. I'm trying to hear him. I'm trying to be with him. No, I just, like, you know, that the introduction Sway gave. You a hero. You a king. You came out the underground. You know, we from the South. I'm from Texas. I'm from San Antonio. So we listen to a whole bunch of underground. When you came out, you stepped in that bitch, you made it. I was just like, man, you know, you're someone I can relate to, I can listen to, I can feel good about hearing, I can feel good about making my money the way I do, getting it. And I mean, I took my 1-year-old son to go see you out here in Milwaukee, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking him to go see Lil Perp. I ain't gonna take him to see all them other people. You know, people come up here, I'm like, hell no, I ain't going to see them. Jeezy came out here, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go see him.
Love, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Love.
So I just want to let you know, I woke up to hear Sway in the morning. I didn't even know you was gonna be on here because I don't really listen to radio. You know, I'm not jamming my Zero, my Slim Thug. You know, comedian that don't make music no more, but I listen to real shit.
Real
You
natural.
feel me?
Yeah, that's
For
why
sure,
you.
for sure, love, homie.
Hey, nah, hold up, man. Bobby, check this out.
What's good?
Man, when we get off this phone, go pre-order his album.
Yes.
Right.
Man, you know I'm already about to do it.
Okay, it's
Bottoms
available
up,
now.
baby.
Out Friday. All right, Greg in Alabama. Thank you, Bobby. You a citizen. Greg,
Sway
what
in
up?
the morning. Greg,
Hey, what's going on?
go vote tomorrow, Greg.
Make sure you vote in Alabama.
I'm working, man. I drive trucks, man.
Oh, man, sorry. All right, road warrior, but damn, okay. Send in the absentee. Mike Muse, tell him how you can vote.
Yeah, they can vote.
Yeah, man, there you go. What you want to say to Jeezy? Go ahead.
I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate your music, man. I've been listening to you for a long time, and I took that street mentality, man, and turned it to a trucking business, man.
That's
I just want
right.
to tell you I appreciate it.
That's right. Get that grind on, homie. Get it
Yeah,
in.
by any means.
For sure.
Hey, man, so since you got that business, man, buy that album. Pre-order it now. Pressure.
Right.
It's out
Oh,
there
yeah,
right
oh,
now.
yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And Friday, you got G-Eazy dropping.
Oh yeah.
Eminem's dropping.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, man, it's going to be some great tours coming up. Oh,
yeah.
You think you and them could tour together?
I don't see why not.
Me neither, man. I'm going to be talking to Paul later. I'm
Right,
gonna throw
right.
No, I guarantee you Paul Rosenberg is listening right now.
Right. Young Paul, get at me.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, all right, cool. Man, I want to, just thank you.
So,
Because beyond, for certain guys, for me, I look for motivation in different
Right.
places, and I love when I can find it from people I like. I've always liked your music because Bun B. I always tell a story
Right.
how Bun B.
Shouts out to Bun.
Yeah, held me prisoner in a car in Houston. It's the first time Bun and I ever really hung out.
Right.
So we didn't know each other that well at that time.
Right.
And he sat me down and he made me listen to. He didn't make me listen to your music. It was just
Right.
one of those things, man. I hear music all the time, but
Right.
you gotta understand this dude connects. All right, play it, man.
Right.
And
Shouts
ever
out to
since
Bun.
then, yeah, Bun, man.
Yeah,
But
good dude.
Continued success because I like the way you evolving as a person,
Right,
as
right.
an artist. Hearing the conversation today different from when we first start talking.
Yeah.
Hearing how much more information, fresh information is coming. It
Right.
helps all of us.
Yeah, when we first started talking, I just feel like I was getting interrogated. I was
Yeah.
like, not to my recollection, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. I don't know everything. I know, a little bit about a little bit.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody perfect, but I just feel like it's my, my obligation, my duty to share with people, what I've experienced and what I've learned, because I just feel like that's the only way that, you're gonna get people to understand, where you're going with it and to evolve, with you and not get, stuck and caught up. Because everybody that I've seen that got stuck and caught up, the consequences were dire.
Yeah.
Like they either lost their life or they're doing life in prison and 20 years. And when you hear that, that just stops all your dreams and your goals. And for me, I've never been fearful of anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to express that because it's like, fear kills hopes, it kills dreams, it kills a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. And if people don't know that they can achieve certain things, they won't even try it.
Yeah.
Because they're either scared they're gonna to fail or succeed. And they don't know what they're gonna do when they get in that position. And which is why I go back to, people like the Puffs and the Hoes and the Dr. Dre's. It ain't really about, the dollar amount. It's the fact that they put themselves in a position to be able to be the bar. So if they the bar, I want to do that 10 times over.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm on. So that's what I'm kicking.
Yeah, it is. Jeezy, man.
Right.
Pressure's the name of the album.
For sure.
You call it Pressure, why?
Oh man, pressure make diamonds, baby. They took that piece of coal that was at the bottom of the earth and put everything on his shoulders, and it came out shining.
Damn.
Shining.
Pressure, ladies
Pressure.
and gentlemen. Jeezy, thanks for coming through,
So
man.
likewise, pressure in stores, in the streets. This Friday coming up. You can pre-order it right now at JeezyShop.com. Shouts out to Sway in the Morning, the whole team, man. I'll see you on Star Island, buddy.
All day.
See you soon, Jeezy. All right, Mike Muse, how can they reach you?
At I am Mike Muse, MUSNSAME on Twitter and Instagram.
DB.
It's really DB everywhere.
OQ.
Check me out on Instagram. I posted a new pic, OQ Shoots.
OQ is a photographer too. You know, Jeezy, in case you want to do a free photo shoot, he'll hook you up.
Okay, yeah.
I know you got photographers. But Malik was like, fuck that. All right. Tracy G.
Twitter, Instagram, @it's Tracy G, ITS ACYG. And one quick thing to announce, our Hungerthon is happening again. I know everybody inside the studio, outside the studio cares about ending hunger in America. So it's so easy to do your part. You can just bid on a bunch of autographed memorabilia, celebrity experiences, all these things you can receive, including spending a day with us here at Sway in the Morning, SiriusXM Studios. You can sit with Sway. You can sit with myself, Heather, DB, OQ, everybody. All you have to do is auction and do that by Wednesday at 4:42 p.m. And for more info, go to SiriusXM.com/Hungerthon.
Well, speaking of food and hungry, if you want to see the food and the recipes from this weekend at the tailgating party, woo-woo, just follow me on Instagram. I'm at the Happy Hour WHB. Food and drinks up there.
All right, too. And then don't forget, man, we made our announcement. The Doomsday Cypher is Thursday.
Yep.
9 a.m. we broadcasting live, and we're filming it Thursday. Already we announced Sean Smith in the Doomsday Cypher, Nick Caution in the Doomsday Cypher, Cypherella in the Doomsday Cypher, 15-year-old Jay Ward out of Oakland in the Doomsday Cypher.
Nice.
We got Rizzy Renegade on the producing. We got Static Selector, one of the producers. We got Votto on the Doomsday Cypher. We announced Dave East performing on the Doomsday Cypher, which is huge. We're going to announce another performer tomorrow and 3 more MCs. The Doomsday Cypher coming on Thursday. Jeezy, thanks for coming through.
Likewise.
Y'all can hit them up on social easily at
Jeezy. Jeezy.
There it is. I'm at Real Sway, and until tomorrow, we got nothing. Wait, hold up, man. How can I get one of these jackets?
Yeah. Fuck the jacket. I want the chain.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Nigga leave it out here naked.
Right.
Get some water.
It's cold out there, man.
Get some tequila.
Jeezy said it's cold outside.
All right, we got nothing left to say.
It's Sway in the Morning, only on Shea 45.